it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and I'm about to do my packages for the day. I only had 2 orders come in, but I wanted to go ahead and mention this because I've actually had a few people ask me, when do I post things that are more seasonal, like Halloween or Christmas? And my answer was, whenever I get them, because you never know when they're going to sell. So a prime example of that is actually with this owl right here. It is really old, really cool. It's a cutout type thing with this tissue paper, and it just finally sold. I actually listed this before Halloween of last year. Here we are in February, and it sold. So that is a great example of this kind of stuff selling all year. So yeah, I have that item and then one other item that I need to go ahead and put out for the day. So this item right here actually sold for $30 with free shipping, and the shipping on that will be really easy to do. I'll just sandwich that between some cardboard and put that in a poly mailer. And then this item right here also sold. It's a baby bin by West Clocks, and it sold for $20 with free shipping, and that'll go first class in a little box. So that's the only 2 items I have. It's a Friday, and it is, like I said, in February, so it is on the slower end of things, so I need to do that. Just the other day, I was able to get through all of my photographs. I'm pretty much done with listing them, so my table is, on the whole, pretty clear. I need to get those things off of there, wash off the table, and that'll just make me feel very good. I don't think I'm gonna list those items. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's chalk. I've got 2 chalkware pheasants that have literally been sitting there for months and months, but chalkware does not sell very well online. So, at least for me. And this is kind of heavier, big stuff, so I'm going to try it out in the booth. And then that is a really neat not a tapestry. It's a crochet type thing with an owl on it. It's really cool, but the problem with something like this is it's all in the photographing, and my light unit setup is not really equipped for this. So I might need to take this photo upstairs. So I probably should take that upstairs. And then this is a bag of California raisins. Those things. Can you see them? So I'm not sure about those either. That's something I probably need to list on eBay as like a quick lot. It's a good number of them in there. So that'll take care of that. But yeah, I was able to get all these things listed. And then a couple days, well, just the last few days, I've been pulling things off my online, some low performers, things that just have been setting for a very long time, including a lot of glassware that I just do not think is worth my time when and if it sells. So that a lot of that has been pulled, and I probably need to go through at least one more time and pull more. There's some blue glasses down there that, yeah, I've had them for a very long time, and you can see they're just not in any particular style that's relevant right now. And then I bought these at one point thinking that they were cool. They are of like I think dog, no. It's just like there's horse and all this. And there's 3 Pilsner glasses. Oh, here's, this goes with it. That's what I was thinking of, horse racing. So those 4 glasses and then the 3 Pilsner glasses. I have some of these silver banded Dorothy Thorpe style. Actually, these are I think it's called Queen's Vitrion, or it's this mirrored fade thing. Those are not selling. I've had them listed for a long time as well. So some of this glassware, I don't know what to do about it. But at one point, I was selling a lot of glasses, and they were just doing really well. And, some are not. But they're hardly worth my time online. I wish that they would sell even better locally. It's just one of those things. I don't know. So glassware, I've been slowly moving away from it as far as like drinking sets. It's one of those things where it's a lot of pieces for, yeah, maybe it sells for $20, $30, but you have to wrap every one of these glasses, and then they all go in a box. It's generally about 3-4 pounds. So I don't know. There's just a lot to consider with those glassware sets, especially these. I remember buying these things, and they're heavy. You can see they're like this thumbprint design, amber glass. Another Etsy seller actually told me that she sells them really well. And so I have like a whole bunch of them. I've got those there, and then I thought I had more somewhere else. Oh, here, I have a few more here. So I've got a lot of them. But yeah, they're just not doing very well, the glassware and stuff like that. Figurines, salt and peppers, collectibles, those are doing well for me. So I'm kind of going that route, and plus it's small and easy to ship. Like a lot of this kind of stuff here is all in this kind of a size, and it's sort of self-contained, whereas a lot of that sort of thing, a lot of that stuff is multiple pieces, and it's all that, and just, yeah. But I've been pulling things, and so this shelf here is actually pretty empty for what it was before. And then let's see. Yeah, I just have lots of spots opened up, like down there. I rearranged some things here. This I think is the most just prettiest thing, and it's all about style, of course, but I just love this. And I really don't need it for myself, but it's large, see? And it's just really nice. I love the iridescence on it. Has this pink interior. It's like pheasants, and it is imported Italian porcelain. So that's very cool. And I've been having the hardest time selling that. I've had it for over maybe a year and a half. Oh, that was up here. Over a year and a half. So, yeah. Oh, boy. I've actually, I sold a set of these. This is the second set I have of these. So I've pretty much already made my money back on those Pringles glasses. But those are not selling either. And I've got lots of Carnival glass that's not really selling. But other things are. So it's like, I don't know, the things that you think should be selling are not, and the things that are selling you think really shouldn't. That's just how it goes. And that's the name of the game. So you just have to diversify the best you can, I think. And, yeah, I just been paring things down a little bit as we go. I think it's also just that right now things are slower. The winter time, people, maybe they're spent. They're waiting for their tax refunds back. They're trying to recoup what they can from the Christmas season. So I think that has a lot to do with it. And they're just ready to get out and yeah. So there's that. But I do have a couple boxes filled out here of some things that I have pulled. This one will probably be donated to a thrift store. So there are some different things in there that definitely have next to like 1 view for the last 30 days or 0 views for the last 30 days. And I've had, these I think I've had ever since the first few months of my store. And they're really cool. They're green and they have this kind of king's crown thumbprint design to them, but they're just not, look at all the dust on there, but they're just not moving. And then I had a couple sets of this Fire King in this swirl pattern. It has that swirl, and then there's the gold edging. That's not selling. It's just like a sugar and a creamer set, and I had that ×2. And then these Corelle mugs. I actually just sold a set of Corelle mugs, and I think after all is said and done with fees and everything, I made $1 for, so yeah, and I don't even remember how much I paid for them, so it could have been I made nothing. So the Corelle mugs, they're just really not popular, and they don't bring enough money to make it worth it for me. And just some things like this. I have to decide if I want to put some of these in my booth, my new booth, whenever I do get it. I know hats sell in my booth, and then I've got some of these Libby glasses here that were really popular for like 30 or 40 years, these silver leaf patterns here. And then I also have some siesta ware. You can see them down there, the colored mugs. I pulled those off of the internet because they were, I think, listed around $40, and there are literally 6 of them, I think, and they're heavy and they're bulky, and they're going to need a huge box because of the big wooden handles. So that's, again, something that's just not worth it when dealing with shipping and everything. So I pulled those, and we're going to try those siesta ware mugs in the booth. And I'd like to get like $15 for them. I think that's, whenever I was looking at the shipping on that, and it might even have been less than $40 with free shipping on those mugs. I was thinking about it. Okay, so the shipping's going to be at least $20. That means I'm going to come out with 20. then you take the Etsy fees, which is 5% of the whole 40 off of that. Then you consider the bubble wrap, and then the fact that I'm going to have to use a box that I purchased, which is about $1. So whenever you just start adding all these things into it, it's like, it's hardly worth it, the time and everything. So just, I want to sell those siesta mugs locally, get those out of the way. And I probably should look into Facebook, the Facebook Marketplace. I know a few of you have mentioned that you sell on there, but one thing I just don't like about the Facebook Marketplace is how flaky people are. And frankly, I don't like all the trying to set up things with people. Like you've got 20 people messaging you on just one thing, and half of them don't respond, or they do, and then they say they're going to come, they don't, and then you got to move on to the next. Oh, the next person says, oh, we already found what we wanted, we don't need this anymore. It's just, I've had issues with larger things like furniture things, and even that was a pain. I don't know about this kind of smaller stuff, what Facebook Marketplace does. I mean, there's people I've seen on there that sell, and I've bought from them to resell on Etsy. So I don't know. I might have to explore that option just for giggles. I don't know if I've ever showed this. It's really cool. It's the Flintstones Manor game, and I don't remember where I even bought it, but it's so cool. So there's these plastic windows that if you throw the ball, there is some balls in this thing right there. There's plastic balls. You throw them, and then those windows will break open. It's a toss game. And then there's these little metal clips right there, and that's what keeps it. That's the stand. So it's a pretty cool thing. It's from the 60s, and I don't remember where I got it, but I've been hanging on to it because I like it. But yeah, I need to get rid of some of the stuff and figure it out. It's just